Hey traders, let's dive into today's market insights. So we are going to kick off with crude oil. So the direction of the market on the monthly time frame is clearly to the downside. So price was moving to the downside and also respecting this descending trend line back to the downside. So now if we go to the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, price was heading lower. So following the monthly trend, so the overall direction of the market is to the downside. So price was respecting this trend line back to the downside, and the structure of the market still remain bearish. So we are having a lower high, we have a lower low, and now price is creating another lower high. So this was the second touch of this trend line, and this was the third touch. So price have come back up to touch this trend line for the third time, and also there was a major level here. So like we said, the overall direction of the market is clearly to the downside on the higher time frame. So we have a first touch of this trend line here. So we have a first touch. Okay, so we have a first touch here, we have a second touch, and now price have now come back up to touch it for the third time. So price is likely to go rejected from this level back to the downside. So like I said, the direction of the market is clearly to the downside, and the market structure still remain bearish. So this was a lower high, we have a lower low, and now price have already come back up to create another lower high. So this level might be a potential lower high. So price might create a lower high at this region and continue heading back to the downside. So now price was currently at a very strong zone at this level. So this was a very strong zone because this was a major resistance level and also a trend line level, a third touch of the trend line. So price was touching it for the third time, and this was also a Fibonacci level. So if I draw the Fibonacci from the lower high to the recent lower low, so price was gotten rejected from the 78.6 Fibonacci level, and also price is got rejected from a key level and also a trend line level. So this was a very strong zone at this point. So there was a high chance of price getting rejected from here back to the downside. So now at this level, so what I'm waiting for on crude oil is very simple. I'm expecting price to continue moving back to the, like for price to go rejected from here and continue heading back to the downside. So I'll be looking for selling opportunity if I could see like a clear rejection at this level on the 4-hour time frame. So the reason why I'm very much bearish on this trade, because the trade, everything was in line. So the market structure is to the downside. So price create a lower high, we have a lower low, and we have like another lower high here, and also we are having a rejection at the Fibonacci level, a resistance level, and also from a trend line level. So there was a high chance of price getting rejected from here and continue heading lower. So if price got rejected from here and continue heading lower, then I'll be expecting price to continue heading lower back into 50, so around $55 per barrel. So that's where I'm expecting crude oil to go to. So I'm expecting price to go rejected from here and continue heading back to the downside and got into this black line, so around $55 per barrel. So that's where I'm expecting crude oil to get to. But so if I go to the daily time frame, so price was currently gotten rejected from this level. So price was good, like I said, price was gotten rejected from the 78.6 Fibonacci level, rejection at the trend line level, and also rejection at the major resistance level. So there was a high chance of price getting rejected from here and moving back to the downside completely. So on the 4-hour time frame is where I'll be looking to get into a sell trade. So I'll be waiting for price to get into this level. So price was still getting rejected from it, but with just with the candlestick wicks. So I'll be expecting price to attack this level again. So for price to continue heading back to the upside to come into this level. So if I could see like a clear rejection at this level, so I'll be getting into a sell trade from here. So I'll be getting into a sell trade if price came back up again to come and attack this level again. So I'll be looking to go into a sell trade if we could have a clear rejection at this level. So I'll be getting into a sell trade. So there was a high chance of price. So technically, there was a high chance of price getting rejected from this level back to the downside, and also price could still break this level. So though this was a very strong level, but based on the war that was ongoing between Iran and Israel, so we could see like a bullish movement on crude oil. So that could lead to like a bullish movement on crude oil. So what I'll be waiting for is, so if for me to start looking for buying opportunity, so regardless of how strong this level is, so price could still break it to the upside came back up to retest, and then continue heading higher. So that's how I'll be looking to get into a buy trade. So based on the news, we could have a break of this level. So we might have a bullish movement on crude oil based on the fundamental might affect it based on the war that was ongoing between the Iran and also the Israel. So we might have a break of this level if you have a fundamental analysis on that. So if you have a fundamental, so a fundamental could break this level. So regardless of how strong this level is, so the market could break it and continue heading back to the upside. Though this was a very strong level, but the market could still break it if you have like some fundamental news coming out. So we could still have a break of this level back to the upside. So just for me to get into a buy trade, I will just be waiting for a clear break of this level, a retest, and then a continuation move back to the upside. But I'm favoring the downside. So technically, I'm favoring the downside since the overall direction of the market is to the downside. The market structure is to the downside. Price was gotten rejected from the trend line, a Fibonacci, and also a key level, a resistance level. So there was a high chance of price gotten rejected from here. But in a situation whereby price broke above it, so if we could have a break above this level and also we came back down to the test, so I might be looking for buying opportunity on this, but I'm very much bearish on this trade. So I'm just waiting for a 4-hour candle so to go rejected from this level. So if I could say like a bearish engulfing candle got rejected from this level, so I'll be looking to go into a sell trade from here. Then I'll be targeting around $55 per barrel. So that's where I'll be targeting on crude oil. So I'm just expecting price to continue moving back to the downside, like for price to go rejected from here with a bearish candlestick for me to get into a sell trade. So I'm very much bearish on this trade. So just a rejection of here for me to start looking for selling opportunity. But if we still break above here, so I might still be looking for buying opportunity. But technically, there was a high chance of price getting rejected from this level and continue moving back to the downside. So for now, I'm just going to be waiting for price to clearly go rejected from here for me to start looking for selling opportunity back to the downside. So I'm very much bearish on this trade. So that's just it on crude oil. So the next pair we are going to be looking at today is we are going to be touching GBPCAD. So we are going to be looking at GBPCAD. So the overall direction of market is clearly, so if we go to the 3-month time frame, so to see how price was moving clearly, to see the direction clearly, so we see that the direction of the market on the 3-month time frame is clearly to the downside. So price was respecting this descending trend line. So we have a first touch here, we have another touch, and also we have another touch here, and now price already come back up to test the level again. So price was already at this trend line level, so price was getting rejected from here. So now looking at this 3-month trend, and also if we still go to the monthly, so the monthly also was moving to the downside. So the market was moving to the downside. So based on this market structure, if you want to look at it this way, so based on this market structure, so we can consider this a lower high, like so all this more was a lower low, and now price already retraced back up to create another lower high here, and also price was gotten rejected from a 3-month trend line. So this was a 3-month trend line, so price was still gotten rejected from it. So now if I bring out my Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, so as you can see, so price will still like around this is 1.8 Fibonacci and also around the 78.6 Fibonacci level. So this just shows that price might be moving back to the downside from here. So price was gotten rejected from the 3-month trend line and also inside the Fibonacci zone. So everything was pointing to the downside, though this weekly trend seems to be to the upside. But since the higher time frame trend is to the downside, so the market could be respecting this trend line, also this Fibonacci move to the downside again. So for me to start looking for, so what I'll be waiting for on this trade is very simple. So now price was gotten rejected from this trend line level, so for the 3-month trend line, and also we are having price sitting at a major level at the moment. So this blue zone was a major level, so price was sitting at a major level. So for me to get into a sell trade, so I'll be waiting for price to break this level. So I'll be waiting for, so since the higher time frame trend is to the downside, so I'll be waiting for price to continue heading lower to break this level. So after we have a break of this level, then I'll be waiting for a retest. So after we have a retest of this level, so I'll be looking to sell, go into a sell trade back into the next major level. So that is just how I'll be getting into a sell trade on GBPCAD. And also we have a counter trend line somewhere here that I'll be waiting for price to break. So if the market broke this counter trend line, so I'll be looking to get into a sell trade on GBPCAD only if we could break below this level. So if price broke this counter trend and also broke this major level, so after we have a retest of it, so I'll be looking to get into a sell trade. So after we have a break and also we came back up to retest, so after we have a retest of this level, so that's when I'll be looking to get into a sell trade back to the next major level. So it's very simple, right? So if price, and at the same time as price was heading lower, price could still got into this trend line level. So if I go to the daily time frame, so price could still got into, so let me draw this properly first. So price could still got into this level and then continue heading higher. So price could still got into this trend line level, this support level, and continue heading back to the upside. But in a situation whereby price broke this level, so in a situation whereby price broke below here and also broke the counter trend, so as price was heading lower, right, so I'll just be expecting price to break it. So after we have a clear break like this and also we have a retest of it, so I'll be got into a sell trade back into the next major level. So that's how I'll be looking to get into a sell trade on GBPCAD. So since the higher time frame trend is to the downside, so the monthly and also the 3-month time frame, they are trending to the downside. So that's why I said I'll be looking to get into a sell trade, and also after this weekly trend, after it's aligned with the monthly and also the 3-month trend. So that's when I'll be looking to get into a sell trade. So for me to get into a sell trade, we have to clear this major level, clear the counter trend line, and also after we have a retest of this major level, so that's when I'll be looking to get into a sell trade. And if price want to continue heading higher, so if the market wants to continue heading higher, and if we are to be looking for buying opportunity, so let's say price did not broke, so in a situation whereby price did not break this level, so if price did not broke this level, so for us to be looking for buying opportunity, I'll just be waiting for price to continue heading higher, so broke this level and also this 3-month trend line. So price will have to clear this 3-month trend line before I could start looking for buying opportunity if the market did not break this level. So if the market does not break this major level and also this counter trend line, so if the market respects it and continue heading higher, so I will have to wait for this 3-month trend line to be cleared. So after price clear it and also this minor level, so after price clear it, then I'll be waiting for a retest of it before I start looking for buying opportunity back to the next major level, so back to this level. So what I'm going to be waiting for is very simple. You see that, so I'm very much bearish on this trade as well, because the higher time frame trend is to the downside. So and also price was still gotten rejected from it, so price was gotten rejected here, and also we are still having a rejection of it somewhere around here. So this just shows how strong this level is. So what I'll be waiting for is just a break and retest of this level. So after price broke a major level and also broke this counter trend line, we have a retest, so that's when I'll be looking to get into a sell trade on GBPCAD. But in a situation whereby price still respect this level and continue heading higher, so then I'll just be waiting for the monthly trend line to be cleared. So after we clear the monthly trend line like this, so after the market clear the monthly trend line and also clear this minor level, and we have a retest of it like this, so that's when I'll be looking to get into a buy trade back to the, so that's when I'll be looking to get into a buy trade back to the upside. But I'm very much bearish on this trade. So what I was just waiting for is for price to clear a counter trend line, clear this major level, and also we should have a retest of it for me to start looking for selling opportunity back to the downside. So my first take profit level is going to be around this level. So my take profit level is going to be around this level if I got into a sell trade somewhere around here. So after we have a break here, a break of a counter trend line, a break of a major level, so after we have a retest, so my take profit level, my first TP is going to be around here, and my overall target is going to be at the next major level. So that's just my take on GBPCAD. So the next pair we are going to be touching today is US30. So the next pair we are going to be looking at is US30. So on US30, the overall direction of the market, so looking at it on the higher time frame, the overall direction of the market is to the upside. And if I draw a Fibonacci from here, so from swing low to swing high, so the market was moving so the market is still very much bullish. So the market came back down to retest, so to toward the Fibonacci level, so this is 1.8 Fibonacci level, so price was still respecting it back to the upside, so everything was pointing to the upside. So now to get into a trade on, so what I'm waiting for on this trade is, so now price already broken above this major level too. So now this was a major level here, so price have broken above it, and now price was moving back down. So I'll be looking to get into a buy trade if price got into this level and I start seeing like some bullish movement around here. So if price continue heading lower like this and got into this zone, so I'll be looking for buying opportunity if price got into this level. So if the market goes here, I might be looking for buying opportunity inside this blue zone, since the direction of the market is to the upside and I'm expecting price to go into this level. So this was the level I'm expecting price to go to. So then I'm waiting for price to retest this level. So after we have a retest of this level, then and I start seeing like some bullish movement, so I'll be getting into a buy trade. So if this still like little bit aligned with the Fibonacci level, so this does align with the 61.8 Fibonacci level. So if price got here, I'll be looking for buying opportunity on US30. So I'm just expecting price to continue heading lower. So after price got into the zone, so I'll be looking to get into a buy trade from here, since this was a major level. So price was trading above it now, so I'll just be waiting for a retest of it. And also, if I go to the 4-hour time frame, so at this point we have a break of this level. So after we have a break of this level, so price was trading above it. So since then we have never had a retest of it. So this was not a proper retest for me. So we have never had a proper retest of this level before when price broke it like this and start trading above it. So we have never had a proper retest of this level. So that's just what I'm waiting for now on US30, right? I'm waiting for price to continue heading lower back into the zone. So after price got here and then I start seeing some bullish movement on it, so I'll be getting into a buy trade back into the next major level. So I've gotten into a buy trade back into the next major level at this key zone. But if I still go down to if we still go to the weekly time frame at the same time, so we say the market is bullish, but at the same time we could see, so let's look at it this way. So if the market, so this was it. So now drawing the Fibonacci this way and also looking at the market in this way. So if price continue heading lower from here, if price got rejected from here, this could still be like a downward movement. So we could still consider it like so we have an equal high here, we have a low. So this move could still be like a lower high here. So if price continue heading lower, so this move could still be like a lower high. So price was still inside the Fibonacci zone at this point. So if price did not, so what I'm waiting for now is, like I said, I'm waiting for price to break above, I'm waiting for price to go into the zone to find support here. So if price go into the zone and continue heading here, so like I said, I'll be looking for buying opportunity at this major level. So this was the neckline of this double top around here. So this was the neckline and also a major level. So if price got here, I'll be looking to get into a buy trade, like I said. But if we break lower, so if the market break below here, so I'll be looking to get into a sell trade after we have a retest of this level back to the downside again. So if the market broke below this level, that is, if you have a break of this level and also we came back up to retest, so then I'll be looking to get into a sell trade back to the downside. But as long as we are trading, so as long as the market is trading above this level, so I'm going to be I'm still very much bullish on this trade. So I'm just waiting for a retest of this level for me to get into a buy trade to continue riding the way back to the upside, back to the next major level. So that's just my take on US30, right? So price got rejected. So if price continue heading lower, so if the market continue heading lower, so respecting this Fibonacci, so price might continue heading back to the upside completely from here, respecting the Fibonacci back to the downside. But if price definitely finds support at this level, if price continue heading high from this level, I start seeing like some bullish movement on here, so I've got into a buy trade back to the upside. So that's just it for US30. So the next pair is USD CAD. So I'm already on a trade on USD CAD at the moment. So like I've already done like analysis on it before, so I'll just be going through it and just showing you guys how I was able to get into the buy trade. So we have, so at the particular point we have a inner trend line somewhere around there that price got broken. So we have a inner trend line here that price broke. So we have our first touch here and we have a second touch somewhere around here. And like, so let's go to the daily or the weekly. The weekly, okay. So on the daily time frame at this point, so when price got here to come and touch the trend line for the third, so let me draw it properly first. So let's draw it properly. Okay, so let's draw this properly. Okay, so now we have, so the market was finding support here. Okay, so the market was finding support around here. So let's just move on with this first. Okay. Okay, so this was right. So now at this point, the market was finding support here. So we're having price finding support at a minor level and also from a trend line level. So this was the inner trend line and also a weekly trend line. So price was finding support from it and also from this key level. And I said if price continue heading higher from here, so I'll be looking for buying opportunity. So since the direction of the market is to the upside, so when price was still trading here, the direction of the market is still very much bullish. And I said I'll be looking for buying opportunity if price continue heading higher and also if we break below and if we break above this counter trend line. So this was just how I said I'll be looking to get into a buy trade. So if the market, so okay, so if the market broke a counter trend line and also, so if the market continue heading higher from here, so if you have a break of this major level, so this blue zone was a major level. So if you have a break of this major level and also a break of this counter trend line, so this is just how I've got into a battery. So if the markets continue heading higher, break above this counter trend line and also this major level, so I'll just be waiting for a retest of it. So after we have a retest of it, so then I'll be looking to get into a buy trade and a continuation move back to the upside. So that's how I said I'm looking to get into a buy trade. And in that same video, I said I'll be waiting for if the market did not find support here. So if the markets continue heading lower, I'll be waiting for a break and retest of this level. And that's how I was able to get into this trade. So since the market was not moving back to the upside again, so since the market have already broken the inner trend line and also broken this minor level, so I said I'll be waiting for a break and also a retest of it. So after we have a break and retest, so then I've got into a sell trade. So that's why I'm already in this sell trade on USD CAD. So that's just how I got into a sell trade on USD CAD. So after we have a break of this minor level and also a break of the inner trend line, the weekly trend line, so after we have a break of it and also price came back up to retest it, so that's how I was able to get into a sell trade. So I got into a sell trade after we have a break of this little counter trend line. So after price broke this little counter trend line, so that's when I got into a sell trade on USD CAD. So I'm now targeting the next major level. So I'm targeting the next major level. So after we have a break and the test of the minor level and also a break of the inner trend line, so that's just when I go into the trade. And after we still have a break of this little counter trend line, so that's just how I go into this trade. So that's just for, so that's it. So that's it for today's analysis, guys. So like I said, on crude oil, I'm looking to go into a sell